Greetings to wonderful judges. My name is Hudzaifah Zanki, and this is Motion 2 from Nsdc. The point is, regretting the merger and acquisition over the tech industries or within the tech industries. The first thing that I want to point out is why merger and acquisition occurs. The most common reason is that basically is to gain control over the market, meaning that both companies would merge themselves, would combine themselves, or work with one another to gain control over the market. Why? This is one of the tricks or strategy on marketing on businesses. In marketing or in markets, there tend to be often a lot of competition. In order to eliminate those competitors, companies would combine each other with other companies or work together in order to have a greater chances of survival during the competition. This allows them to have the ability to become much more larger than other companies so that they could potentially hold the competition. This will then benefits them by receiving more value also on their company thanks to their new identity. The new identity that I referred is basically the new company that they started or the new point behind this merger and acquisition. Like for example, trying to find more value over working together. So what could happen next? The company could combine each other together to make a bond for them to be able to grow much more larger, obviously. The benefits mentioned earlier that I said before, and possibly this benefit is to make a huge impact on the company to drain their full ability to control the market. In order to do this, one of the way is to merge and acquisition, or basically just known as combining each other. Basically what we are witnessing right now are the rule of the jungle. Whoever gets the largest wins. This rule, however, could certainly be useful for us like consumers. For consumers are drawn by this company. How? Because we use it all the time. For example, big companies that have done merge and acquisition before like YouTube and Google has been really, really useful for many of us, even during COVID-19 like this, is that they provide us with what we need in order to educate ourselves, in order to be used as an education purposes, or in order to be used as a entertaining purpose and etc. However, there will be a time when they had to innovate their features in order to keep consumers to stay with them, meaning that they don't want to lose their consumers. As the consumers, the benefit is this, that this would give them a much more better platforms to work with a good quality, obviously. Even though that may not be the case, it's still relatively possible for the company to come up with a better quality that can help certify it as good, knowing that the markets has eyes on them. Tech industries are playing a huge role on the world's globalization and economy. This is due to the internet and the platform they provided is very useful, basically to us and to those who also needed it as well. Like for example, there are many people that started businesses on the platform of internet and social media, and this actually helps their business to grow since there's a lot of people that uses the same product. For example, many people would tend to promote their product on internet, like platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and we know that these two are basically a major company that would certainly be known by everybody. This would allow them to actually create a strategy where we can, in fact, gain possibility and gain the goodness of this company. The purpose of combining both companies might have the point. So the point is basically referring back to their companies on what they're gonna do, but basically in order to have and make more values and more profits, they tend to do this. However, it's best noted that this will cause problems for other small industries. It do cause problems, but at the same time, it could also open up a new chance of working together to basically gain as many profits as they can. This then would bring up a good reputation for the company if they do manage their company pretty well. So, back on the customer, we've seen a lot of improvements and possibility that consumers can have because they got help from using these online platforms. Such examples, in order to use YouTube, you gotta log in to Google, and Google will provide an account for you to be able to use YouTube. And these two companies has been known to merge and accusation each other for quite a while. This also improves YouTube to be known by many users and kept growing ever since. And now YouTube are a platform for business for people as well. Like for example, YouTubers, influencers, and etc. So, a point is, was this really make consumers to lose an option to choose other platforms? Well, it certainly is. However, consumers could give their feedback on what seems to be wrong or something that they don't like about the current platform they are using. Giving them a rating or suggestion might help companies on improving. Companies are hardly to improve if they never gotten any complaints from other users. Basically, the users are the people who use their service, and in order to see what's the problem, they obviously need to report back to their users. Besides that, this complaints would also bring their reputation to be higher, where they would obviously make things to be better. Obviously, when there are problems to fix, they tend to make it happen so that the user would stay within their platforms, if however there are a complaint. So it means that both company and consumer really do rely on each other. So another thing is that, in a way, both companies could improve every aspect of their businesses. They are said to be untouchable if they ever do this trick for the other companies. By untouchable, meaning that they make themselves more superior than the others. This causes to them to be a bigger company. Then it can basically easy in a harsh way to crush other small industries. So why do companies would go for this act? If we look at us humans, we could be more powerful if we work together. To put it simply, this power could control every aspect related to them. In businesses, merge and acquisition are trying to gain the sympathy by growing their power, eliminating other businesses from the market, but at the same time also providing the consumers with more benefits. Why would they kill other businesses, however? Number one is to gain control over the market. As mentioned earlier, this could make their company even larger, giving them more profits. Number two, provides consumer with trusted and quality use to their platforms. YouTube and Google both can relate this, as YouTube's now allows individuals to entertain themselves and even start their own businesses. So, as seen as right now, as time passes, there are likely to be that these big platforms would keep growing higher, and they would get the benefits that they do from merging and acquisition. Thank you so much.